6 newsletters go out this week, one on commercial real estate, one on pediatric nursing, one on the boring world of industrial coatings. Each lands in thousands of inboxes. Each is dense with real research. Each has paying sponsors. They look like the work of 6 different teams. They are the work of one person, at one desk, in about 30 hours a week. The combined billing is over $40,000 a month. The thing that makes the impossible math work is not talent. It is a research stack. First, understand why one newsletter normally eats a week. The hard part was never the writing, it was the gathering. Reading 20 sources, pulling the 3 that matter, checking the numbers, finding the angle nobody else covered. For a niche newsletter, that research could take days, every single week. That is why most newsletter creators burn out at one. The job is not authorship, it is being a full-time reader who occasionally types. Now look at what the niche actually rewards. Broad newsletters about general news compete with thousands of others and command low ad rates. A newsletter for industrial coatings buyers has a tiny audience, maybe a few thousand people, but every one of them controls a purchasing budget. Sponsors will pay enormous rates to reach them because there is nowhere else to find them all in one place. Narrow and unglamorous is not a weakness. It is where the money hides. The smaller the pond, the more a fish is worth. So the puzzle is clear. The money is in narrow niches. The cost is in the research those niches demand. One person cannot read deeply enough across 6 specialized fields every week. That ceiling is exactly where it stayed for years until research itself got cheap. The operator in this story did not find 6 magical niches. She found a way to do the reading at 1/10 the time, and that single change turned a one-person ceiling into a 6 newsletter business. Here is the stack, layer by layer. Layer 1, collection. Automated feeds pull every relevant source for each niche into one place, so she never hunts for material. Layer 2, summarization. The AI reads the full pile and returns tight summaries of what changed this week, with the source attached to every claim so she can verify. In an hour, she has the gist of what used to take 2 days of reading. The AI is the reader now. She has become the editor. Layer 3, the angle. And this is where she earns the money. The AI can summarize. It cannot decide what matters to a coatings buyer or a pediatric nurse, because it has never been one. She has spent years close to people who are. She picks the one story that changes a decision this week, the thing her readers will forward to a colleague. Layer 4, the draft. She tells the AI the angle and the key points, and it writes a first pass in her voice that she then rewrites until it is true and sharp. Now the warning, because this stack has a failure mode that ruins newsletters fast. AI invents things. It will state a confident number that does not exist and name a study that was never written. In a niche newsletter read by experts, one fabricated fact destroys trust permanently, and trust is the entire asset. So every claim gets traced back to its source before it ships. The AI drafts. The human verifies. She is not slower than the AI by accident. She is slower on purpose, exactly where being wrong would cost her everything. With the stack running, the time per newsletter collapses. Research that took 2 days takes 2 hours. Drafting that took a day takes an hour of editing. 6 newsletters that would have needed 6 full-time writers now fit inside one focused week. And the quality does not drop, because the scarce ingredient, her judgment about what matters to a specific niche, is applied to all 6. She did not dilute herself across 6 products. She removed the grunt work that used to consume the time her judgment needed. Now the revenue, because 30 hours of work does not bill $40,000 by magic. Each niche newsletter sells sponsorship slots. A few thousand high-value readers can command thousands of dollars per send from sponsors who cannot reach them any other way. Stack 2 or 3 sponsors across 6 newsletters every week and the math arrives. Some also sell premium paid tiers and a job board. 6 small monetized niches, added together, outperform one large free one. The portfolio is the product. The portfolio also lowers the risk that kills single newsletters. If one niche fades or a big sponsor walks, 5 others keep the business alive while she fixes it. A solo creator with 1 newsletter is 1 bad quarter from 0. A solo creator with 6 is diversified without hiring anyone. The AI stack is what makes that diversification possible for 1 person, because adding a 7th newsletter no longer means adding a 7th week of reading. It means adding another instance of the same machine. Be clear about the limits. This works in niches with real expertise behind them, where the operator can tell true from plausible. Drop the verification and it becomes 6 newsletters of confident nonsense that readers unsubscribe from in a month. Pick niches you know nothing about, and you cannot pick the angle, which is the one thing the AI cannot do for you. The stack multiplies expertise, it does not create it. 6 newsletters, 1 desk, $40,000 a month. It sounds like a trick, and the trick is simply this. The reading got cheap, so the judgment got room. For decades, a newsletter was a full-time job of gathering, with a little writing on top. Now the gathering is a machine, and the human does only the irreplaceable part, deciding what matters and making sure it is true. She does not run 6 newsletters because she works 6 times harder. She runs 6 because the part that used to take all the time finally takes almost none. If the systems behind this interest you, episode 44 goes 1 layer deeper. It breaks down an automated email funnel that sells $30,000 a month with almost no daily work, the build behind the inbox. Same channel, the engine under the audience. It is on this channel,